So the dust has not even settled from 2018. All of the incredible games that were released this year, and there were some amazing ones. Red Dead Redemption, God of War, Spider-Man, to name just a few. And I'm already starting to think about all the releases in 2019, and there are a lot of amazing games coming out in 2019. I'm going to talk about a lot of them that I'm excited about today. I don't think I can cover them all because there's too much, but I'm going to get through a really great amount of awesome games to look forward to in 2019. I'm going to start off with the first one here, and we're not any particular order at all, but my God, from 20 years ago when I played the original, little did I ever think that we'd be getting a full-on remaster, remake from the ground up by Capcom, Resident Evil 2. This is high on my list of my most anticipated games of 2019. I was even crazy enough to go down to EB Games and pre-order the special edition, which was a ridiculous amount of money. I think it's the most expensive special edition I've ever bought in my life. But I had to do it because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, especially number 2 is my favorite in the series. I just remember first playing it back 20 years ago, and it was like, oh my God, I love the graphics, I love the characters, I love the world, Biohazard, as it was called. I was blown away by Resident Evil 2, and when Capcom announced they were making a remake, I was like, small tear, count me in, day one. I'm in day one in 2019 for this one. I'm wearing the t-shirt of this. I got it at a Hot Topic earlier today, and I thought this would be perfect for when I talk about this game, Kingdom Hearts 3 by Square Enix. I am so excited about this game. This game has been in the works for more years than I can even fathom. It's ridiculous how many years it's been in the works. Just kind of like Final Fantasy 15 was in the works for a very long period of time. This is the same thing. And from what I've seen, it's living up to the hype. And there is a lot of hype around Kingdom Hearts 3. And I think it's going to deliver. I really do. And I'm looking forward to jumping back in. To be honest with you, this is going to sound interesting. The only Kingdom Hearts game I've ever finished was the first one. And I did an entire memories episode on it, looking back on my memories of first playing that game. I absolutely loved it. And then there was a lot of Kingdom Hearts games that came out afterwards, and I was kind of confused. I was like, oh my God, there's so much going on with this story. I watched a video a couple of weeks ago trying to explain the entire storyline of Kingdom Hearts, and I felt like I was having a brain aneurysm. It was insane. I was like, is this real life? I'm trying to keep up with this. So I'm just going to go into 3, and I'm going to play 2, actually, just a little bit before 3, just to kind of get warmed up into the continuation here. And oh my God, the graphics, the characters. There's something, this game should theoretically be for kids, but I think so many adults just gravitate to it, and it hits a nostalgia for old Square Soft and old Disney and combines them in a way that is absolutely magical. Now, Bandai Namco announced a couple of years ago they were working on this game, the next Ace Combat game for PS4. And I was losing my mind for this. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get Ace Combat again. I am a huge old school Ace Combat fan. I got into number 3, Electrosphere. That made me a fan for life. I love that game, and I bought all the games that came out after that. And I started to kind of get a little bit tired of Ace Combat. I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm wearing off the series. And this one looks like it's going back to its roots. I like how it has a VR component. That's going to be a lot of fun. I may get, air sickness by playing this game, motion sickness. I can't even imagine a VR fighter game jet. That's just one part of it that you can play. I don't know if I'm going to be able to mentally handle that. I might be on the floor puking all over the place, but I'm going to give it a shot. I can't wait to review the game when it comes out. The graphics look amazing. And the one thing that is very underappreciated in Ace Combat games, especially the originals, the storylines. Their storylines have this kind of epic feel. Even though you're in a fighter, there's an entire battle that's usually going on around the world, and you're hearing it through news documents and news reports and just other pilots talking to you about what's going on, and you're finding out what's going on in other countries. I love that aspect, and that's one of the main reasons that I'm jumping in. I want to hear what the next storyline is for Ace Combat. Okay, this is the big year for Nintendo. This is a big year for Nintendo. We're finally going to get it. I do believe it's got to be this year. It has to be this year. Metroid Prime 4. I am so thrilled and excited and looking forward to this game. I can't even begin to talk about it. Really, I'm a huge Metroid fan, and then I became a huge Metroid Prime fan. And when they finally unveiled this for the Switch, I was like, count me in. I am so into this, and I can't wait to experience the world of Metroid again. I mean, like, seriously, we're gonna get it this year, and that's just blowing me away. It's blowing my mind. Another big game I can't wait for, Bayonetta 3. Finally, we get Bayonetta. I'm a huge Bayonetta fan. Coming to the Nintendo Switch. When Reggie announced that a while ago, I was like, count me in. I was ready to go back then. I love Platinum. I love Bayonetta. Match made in heaven for Nintendo. It's going to be great. Also, the other game I'm looking forward to is the next Fire Emblem game on the Nintendo Switch. This has been, it was announced last year, and we're finally, I know this sounds weird, because we've had so many Fire Emblem games on handhelds over the years, and we're finally getting one on console again. We haven't had that since back in the GameCube and Wii days, and so I'm really looking forward to playing it on the Nintendo Switch, on the go, and on the TV. And I often say it, I love the portability, and I love being able to play on a TV. The Nintendo Switch that way is just, I love it. I think it's a match made in heaven as well for portability and playing on the TV. The next big two games that I'm looking for, the next Pokemon main RPG series game. Yes, there's no more Let's Go Pikachu. It's going to be the next game in the series. And I am so looking forward to this. This is going to be amazing. I think they're really going to do a lot with graphics, because I was, like on the 3DS, I was like, okay, yeah, we've had this same graphical look for a long time. We need to go forward, and it looks like they're really going to go forward with this one. And I can't wait to see all of what they have to offer with the new Pokemon RPG. Now, as I said, next to that, Animal Crossing. We're getting all the beautiful old staples of Nintendo. My wife is going to pass out for Animal Crossing. She will just die when that game comes out. She's always playing the mobile game. In fact, she had it on her phone, and then she broke her phone, and she's like, oh, she replaced her phone, and she never got back into Animal Crossing. I was like, oh my God, thank God for that, because she was always playing it. And then the other day, she found out that she could download it again. She re-signed in. She's like, oh my God, I'm back. And I'm like, oh my God. So she's having a lot of fun with that, but I think we're both going to have a lot of fun playing the new Animal Crossing in 2019 on the Nintendo Switch. Really, I know I've never discussed this on the show, but I'm really looking forward to Cyberpunk. That is the big game that I'm like, oh my God, I cannot wait to play this. When everybody asked me to make a video, and I should have, talking about it. The excitement level for Cyberpunk is through the roof, especially being an old Cyberpunk guy, playing, games like Shadowrun in like 1989 with my friends, and that was so much fun. We loved the tabletop aspect games back then, and to be able to play this game, this is really grabbing that tabletop experience and bringing it into a video game world, the likes of which we've never seen before. I have never seen graphics this good or that captured Cyberpunk this well. And a lot of people were complaining that the graphics were very colorful and bright, and I thought, this is cool, because they could have easily done a Blade Runner world, which is raining and dark and all that, and that would have been awesome. But I think it almost takes more artistic ability to make something brightly lit and really futuristic and cyberpunkish and pull it off without failing. I think it's a major success in that regard, just the graphics alone. I can't wait to go on, quests and look for, do all the kinds of missions in these games and all the possibilities. It really is, right now when I'm talking, it's about all the possibilities of what is going to be in this game, and I'm really looking forward to that. Now, another game I'm really looking forward to is The Last of Us Part 2. The first game was an unexpected masterpiece. I didn't think I was going to love it like I did and get into the two characters like I did. But I was really suckered into the world and the characters and the emotion. And I think that's the biggest thing that got me with The Last of Us is the emotion of it all. There was so much emotion. I was like, oh my God, I didn't expect this. I just thought I was going to be fighting zombies. And then you find out they're not even really zombies. I liked it. I can't wait to see the emotional experience they take us on in the next one. Now, another game, my wife is going to take over and she's going to play this game full on because she loved the original, the first one, and that's going to be Dragon Quest Builders 2. Kim is dying for this. She's always asking me, hey, when's Dragon Quest Builders 2 coming out? I think next year sometime. It's coming out later. And she said, oh, tell me exactly when it comes out because she's not up to up to date with all the video game news like I am. And to me, it's my life. I love reading about this stuff. She's more like, oh, is it out? So I do all the checking for her. So I'll be the first to tell her when it comes out and when it's coming out over here. I like the original. Kim really loved it. She loved building up her towns, defending monsters, screaming at boss encounters. I can't wait for that moment again in this house. Now, a game that I'm looking forward to revisiting on the Xbox is Gears of War. Yes, the next Gears of War game is coming out, and I got a lot to say about Gears of War. And this was one of the first games that I got on 360. It was one of the first, and I remember going to work and bragging about it, going, "Oh my God, guys, you got to get this! You got to get this!" Before I knew it, we had, I think, at least 16 people every night from our work playing Gears of War multiplayer. We were all signing in and out, and somebody would leave, another person would jump in. It was crazy. I don't think I'll ever see another kind of moment like that with my friends and people I worked with all getting together to play one game. And Gears of War was that game. Even people that were disbelievers back then going, oh, I don't think I'm going to like this game. And they start playing it. They're like, oh my God, I love Gears of War. And I liked Gears of War 2. And then I kind of got into 3. And then I kind of drifted a little bit out after that. And I'm looking forward. It's been a bit of space for me. When like a company releases too many of the same game, I kind of get burnt out. I did that with Soul Calibur, I did it with Ace Combat, and I'm doing that with Gears of War. But when a bit of time goes by, I'm ready to jump back in, and I can't wait to play Gears of War on in super 4K. It's going to be amazing. So that's an Xbox game I am looking forward to. Couple of Kickstarter games. We have to get them in 2019. Shenmue 3 and Bloodstained. I backed these back in 2015 like a lot of you, and we're still waiting, but I'm okay with that. I would rather wait a couple of years and play an amazing Shenmue 3 and an amazing Bloodstained. Oh my God, I've been looking at Bloodstained stuff again recently, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe we're getting another Castlevania game like Symphony of the Night, and I got all excited about it. I'm just thinking to play the next chapter in Shenmue, finally, after like 18 years. Can't wait for it. I'm really, really hyped for those games. And I believe in 2019, we're going to get Dragon Quest XI, one of the most phenomenal RPGs of 2018. We're going to get it on the Nintendo Switch. Cannot wait for that game. I'm looking really forward to it. I'm curious to see what they've done to make it play really well on the Nintendo Switch. And I think they've spent a lot of time to get it right. That is one I'm really, really excited for. Another game I'm really excited to hear about, and I don't think we'll get to play it in 2019, but I think it'll be announced. Heck, I may be wrong and I may be greatly surprised. Another game I'm really excited to hear about, and I don't think we'll get to play it in 2019, but I think it'll be announced. Heck, I may be wrong and I may be greatly surprised. Ys 9. Yes, Ys 9. We played the phenomenal action RPG that was Ys 8. It came to the PS4. It came to the Nintendo Switch, and we're gonna get 9, and it's gonna come on PS4 again. What a world we live in. I'm so happy as a video gamer these days. Look what I just said. We got Shenmue, we got Bloodstained. Oh my God, and then we're getting an Ys 9. That is amazing. I can't wait to some more announcements about this, to see what the visuals are going to be. What's going to be happening with Adol in this adventure. Another game I'm really looking forward to is Devil May Cry 5. And it's funny that we're on the 5th game. I still remember playing the first game. I'm being blown away with the combo system, which was an accidental combo system in the first game. They just kind of left it in. When they were making the game, the character, Dante, would jump up and he was shooting in the air, and they're like, oh, geez, that's a glitch. And then they realized how fun it was, and like, keep this stuff in. And that is what makes Devil May Cry awesome. Never mind the story, which has kept on going, and the graphics that are present in this new one look really, really exciting. It's really funny. A lot of people were saying that the girl character in this looked like Kim. I don't know. I said that to Kim. She's like, I guess I kind of see that. Another huge game in 2019 will be Anthem. And it's going to be a multiplayer game that you play with your friends and you go on adventures in an Avatar-esque world. And I really like the look of this game. I don't know how well it's going to perform. There's a lot of people that are like really for this game. There's a lot of people who are really against it. Some people are like, oh, I'm not getting this game. A lot of people are soured by the last Mass Effect game. And I'm not. I'm always up for new experiences. And it seems like a Phantasy Star Online game where you're kind of like in mech suits. But exploring what I'm meaning in a small party of people and through this world and going on side quests and killing huge monsters. It looks great, and I can't wait to jump on this game with my friends. That's what I'm thinking about. This is not just a game for me. It's going to be for me and my friends going around the world collecting a lot of loot, for sure. So those are some games, guys, that I am looking forward to. There's a lot of other things to talk about. I think some others are going to be announced in 2019 that I kind of know about now. I don't want to talk about too early. What are some games that you're looking forward to in 2019 that I did not mention down below? I would love to hear them, and it's going to be an amazing year for video games. That is for sure. So anyways, guys, until next time.